Hello, I'm BOWEN. My student ID is SUKD200198. My major is BEPR. There are four parts to the theme of the presentation. Part 1. Part 1 Introduction. Part 2 Evaluation of the business by applying 5 relevant ethical theories. Part 3 Recommendations. Part 4 Reference. Okay, let's take a look at the first part of introduction. Workplace harassment and discrimination. Ethical work practices, harassment, verbal abuse, and discrimination are prevalent in today's workplaces, which detract from the normal functioning of employees and organizations. Types of harassment. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is welcome sexual conduct, such as offensive comments, inappropriate touching, and sexual advances. Verbal harassment, belittling someone, whether name-calling, repeating slurs, or yelling insults is verbal harassment. Cyber harassment. Access to technology will make it easy to spread rumors, share private images, and send harassing texts among coworkers. There are other two physical harassment and retaliatory harassment. Harassment and discrimination may be based on the following reasons: age, race, religion, sex, pregnancy, mental or physical disabilities. The problem of discrimination in the workplace has been a bottleneck problem of the development of enterprises of a long time. This period has restricted the development of enterprises, making enterprises waste a lot of talent and resources, and also causing instability of employing with the enterprises. Severe anxiety, clinical depression, anxiety, guilt, shame, harassment and discrimination often lead to low workplace morale. First, workplace bullying can cause mental and physical harm to victims, which can affect their job performance. Okay, part 2. Evaluation of the business by applying 5 relevant ethical theories. 2.1 Ethics of Rights and Justice. John Rawls' theory of justice mentions that everyone has different purposes and goals, different backgrounds and talents, but everyone deserves a fair opportunity to develop his or her talents and pursue those goals. A fair equal opportunity. Office and position open to all under conditions of fair and equal opportunity. of the best interests of the most disadvantaged groups. Anyone has a fair and equal right to be a company leader, regardless of race, gender. Among professional occupations, for example, architects and engineers tend to be mostly men, while nurses and primary and middle school teachers tend to be mostly women. Occupational discrimination fills the gender wage gap because men's occupations tend to pay better and have greater advancement opportunities. 2.2 Moral Psychology. The moral foundations theory of psychologist Jonathan Haidt examines the way morality varies between cultures and identifies 5 fundamental moral values shared to a greater or lesser degree by different society and individuals: care of others, fairness, loyalty, authority, and purity. You should not discriminate or harass your colleagues because of their different races. Learn about different national cultures is respect of each other. Despite cultural differences, theoretical relativism argues that the same behavior may be morally right in one society, but morally wrong in another. 2.3 Theory of Social Responsibility. Social responsibility is an ethical framework that states that an entity, be it an organization or an individual, has an obligation to act for the benefit of society as a whole. Any discrimination and harassment in the workplace can adversely affect society. 2.4 Virtual Theory. Virtual theory is a moral framework that says we should focus not on what rules to follow, but on who we should be and what moral if the workplace is full of discrimination. It is difficult to have a good impact on the company and the employees. Utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is a type of consequentialism where action should be evaluated according to their consequences. Utilitarianism believes that everyone's happiness is equally important. Consequences of discrimination and harassment damage company reputation, resulting in inefficient use of human resources. Recommendations. Part 3. The company's employee handbook should outline your company's response to workplace harassment and discrimination. Clearly record how employees should respond if they encounter harassment and discrimination. The employee handbook should be also clearly identify what behavior is unforgivable, and if someone violates this rule, there will be severe penalty. Familiar with the law. A member of the company should be familiar with the law. Anti-discrimination laws. What is discrimination? What will cause discrimination? And the consequences of discrimination. 3.3 Be consistent with everyone. When dealing with incidents, the boss action should always be consistent, without exception. There is no bias in handling events. In my opinion, the boss leading by example is the most contagious, leading the employees under him to create a fair atmosphere. In company employee training, companies should be regularly conduct anti-discrimination and harassment, prevent discrimination and harassment in the workplace, and create a multicultural, respectful and inclusive work environment of employees. The companies created the legal department. Companies can file announcements and seek help directly from the legal department if employees are discriminated against and harassed. The corporate legal department helps victims gather evidence and draft indemnities. While the evidence is being collected, employees facing charges are temporarily suspended to avoid threatening or reaggressing the victim at work. Part 4. References. Okay, thank you very much.